And just like that, the final episode of the recording session has begun. Welcome back to VA-11 Holiday Cyberpunk Bartender Action. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. I take a video games, I take a commentary. Last left off, we were talking to Miss Alma here. She's talking about family issues, if you will. Speaking of family, today I came because I need a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Avita and Benny do. Not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister, Diana, just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. Oh, I wonder why she's separated then, huh? She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Doesn't sound like a very nice lady, does she? Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married that guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she had only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time when it almost happened, but I blame the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced to me. Seems he was a friend's brother or something. We went out a couple times and he invited me to a basketball game. Oh, it wasn't baseball? Usually it seems like it's baseball, but it does happen in basketball too. The meal was nice, but then later, the kiss cam focused on us. The kiss cam focused on us, and instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh. That's pretty crazy. It's just one of those things, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you, if you plan on getting married, if you plan to propose, because I know that sometimes, traditionally, it's the guy who proposes, but sometimes the lady does too. I've heard of that before. In fact, I think I know people couples that have happened to, but personally, but, if you plan to do it, do you plan on doing it in a private area, or in a public area? Like, personally, I don't believe that's something that you should really do publicly. Not so much because there's the risk of them saying no and it being super super embarrassing. I think it's more so that, I don't know. I feel like something like that should just be more intimate. I don't know. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. I'm stupid. Oh, whoops! Water bumped into my water bottle. So I take it you rejected him in a stadium on the fucking kiss. Yes. We went out for 3 weeks. I don't know, maybe he wanted to get in my pants with the old sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know, proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths of a man was willing to go to get you in the bed. You know, I would say that's not necessarily the case, but judging by some of the conversations that I've had with certain sweet mates, I'd have to agree. I see more complicated plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Yeah, we'll save that for another night, I guess. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Oh yeah, it's just some rum a client gave me yesterday. A gift? What did you do? A good enough service, I'm guessing. Kasike? Huh, interesting name. What does it mean? Kasike is the name of the chieftain in some native tribes. I see. Do you want me to serve you some of this? So she wants the rum, the kasike. Okay. I'll pass. I don't even have too many good memories where rum's involved. Give me a French weaver instead, will you? Okay, French weaver. I believe I memorized that. That one is 1A9K, right? Alright. Fuck, I can't just ask what the order was. That looked very unprofessional. You can do that all the time. I guess, if you're just dealing with one person, you can't forget. But if you're dealing with multiple people, it's perfectly fine. I believe it's socially acceptable to clarify. Or even, this is what you do. This is what you're supposed to do. What you do is you repeat it again. Okay, so you want a fringe weaver. Or maybe she did say that. Fringe weaver. Yep, it's 1A9K. All age and mixed. I forgot the age part though. 6, 7, 8, 9. If you recall, this is the drink that we gave. Streaming Chong. to get her super drunk. Let's go to mix. Stop. Serve. One French weaver? What kind of memories do you have with rum? For a second I thought that I got it wrong. Still going good. You know, like, that's just like the sign. You see my mouse go, like, the mouse cursor goes super down to the bottom. That's because I'm checking to make sure that audacity thing is going to happen. What kind of memories do you have with rum? Nothing you need to worry about. Okay. Alright, now's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, I'm an only child. My mom and dad split amicably. My mom is a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad. My aunt, and my grandpa. I'm guessing by aunt you mean your dad's sister and your grandpa's and your dad's father, I guess, right? So your dad's side of the family. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh. Didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. Oh, really? That's interesting. What made you stop? I don't know, I just kinda said, that's it, one day and stopped. What about cousins and the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot. Oh, I see. I was kind of the same way, though, but for different reasons. My parents were, like, military, so, like, I was always, like, away from my family. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Oh, no. Why don't you just ask me to speak Japanese? I can speak Japanese. Oh, no. Maybe even if it was Spanish, I'd be able to frickin' sound out, because French has all these weird frickin' whatchamacallits. Mon anglais is plein d'anglais. I don't frickin' know. Oh, what does that mean? Let me try to guess using my knowledge of, Romance languages. Unfortunately, Spanish doesn't really help that much as French. I think mon is my, right? Mon ami? Like, mon ami, isn't that French, my friend? Or like my love. Look, let's see. It's amore. Amore! In Spanish. I was about to say but that's not Spanish. Sometimes I do that. I try to think of Spanish words and I end up thinking of Japanese words. What is no, that's Chinese. How do you say friend in Spanish? I can't remember. Anyway, so my arrow, like a Latin, like arrow, like aromatherapy, something to do with air, like like glass, something to do with alcohol, perhaps. Like my empty glass is plain. My empty glass is. Like, does like plain mean like only the anguilles? Yeah, air glissé. I'm sure that means empty glass. My empty glass is only something. I don't know. Oh, what does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know. I can't speak for. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to freaking. Okay, we're Google translating this. We're Google translating this, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're ready. All right. So Google or translate.google.com. Frickin', I have to. It's just wireless things have to frickin' connect to the to the Wi-Fi at the whatchamacallit. So while we're connecting to Wi-Fi, how's your day been, guys, ladies and gentlemen? How's your day been, ladies and gentlemen? How's your day been, guys, ladies and gentlemen? Why do I do that? Why don't I know how to talk properly? I just don't. It's just one of those things. Translate.google. No, don't you do it. That's a YouTube video. I said translate. Trending YouTube. That was the second thing. Accidentally, my fat thumb bumped up against it. Okay, so French. So, mon aero glissure, my hovercraft. Oh, I get that. Yeah, so like air, that type of air. Ist plein de anguilles. My hovercraft is full of ills. Did I spell this correctly? This does sound like some weird stuff that Jill would say, though. Mon air glissure est plein d'anguilles. Interesting. My hovercraft is full of ills. Well, if you were ever in a situation where you need to know how to say my epigraph is full of ills in French, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, it's 10 minutes. Let me check. Okay, still going good. Rubbish? I don't know. I can't speak French. I did try though, but college started. I stopped taking classes. Oh, okay. I was like, college started and you stopped taking classes? What do you mean by that? You actually stopped taking French classes? Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. But you'll be hard-pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. You're kinda lucky, you know. All of my mom's side of the family lives here. The chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. That's kind of how it is in my, like, going to my mother's, like, where my mother grew up in, Florida. Basically, if you go to, like, where my mother grew up in Florida, there's a very high chance that most of the people there, a lot of the people there are related to you. It's not exactly like a super small town or anything, but, like, it's small enough that, you know, it's not exactly, I'd say I wouldn't exactly say, like, countryside, but small town, you know. But yeah, that's the primer of my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist, and you call that uninteresting? Dude, that is interesting. I wonder if she... Never mind. I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't ever. Sounds like something somebody would say to make bartender sound sophisticated. That's the point. See? I mean, hacker's a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of the systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Oh yeah, like that's actually like a legitimate thing, actually. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security. I'm their woman. You've told quite a few stories about cracking the databases to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though. That doesn't change the fact that the hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Oh, I actually thought that she was like a legitimate, like, okay, so, to clarify, before this conversation, I'm not just coming to the realization that she's doing an honest job, but before this conversation, I thought that, she was a hacker. Right, okay, so, let me clarify, because, like, I swear, like, I say these things that people misinterpret them, and they're like, oh, you're so stupid. Like, no, you're stupid because you just don't know what I'm freaking talking about. Or maybe I'm stupid because I don't know how to properly explain myself. Okay, so, it was right... please don't. Sounds like... When she said security consultant, that's when I realized that it was like a legitimate job, okay? Okay, but now I'm going to talk about a topic that I kept in my head, but for some reason I'm going to suddenly talk about right now. So, yeah, when she said hacker, I legitimately thought that it was a legal job. Okay, anyway. Makes the whole thing sound illegal, but it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job, sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku, a crossword puzzle with me. But at some point, they started feeling kind of samey. Okay, so clearly she's not Clover from 999, she has Sudoku. if you've ever played 9 hours, 9 plus 9 doors, you'll get that reference. I think. Unless you only did one playthrough and you ended up missing. No, I think you have to go through that regard. No, not necessarily, no. So, when I started college, I took a course on systems security. I felt like this kind of puzzle I was looking for. The third Zero Escape game is available on Steam. I do plan on doing some of the Zero Escape games once they get available on Steam. I don't know if I want to do 9 hours, 9 person, 9 doors, though, because, first of all, it's one of those games, well, actually, all the games are like that, I believe, where you have to get all the endings in order to get the true ending, and I don't know if I really want to do that or not. But second, like, that would just dismiss all the Zero Escape games. But second, well, I've already seen the 9 hours, 9 person, 9 doors. I saw a playthrough of it by Vex, my friend Vex, about 2 years ago, actually, nearly 3, actually. I saw him do it, and so, you know how I am, generally speaking, I generally prefer to do blind playthroughs. I don't like doing games that I've done before, with certain exceptions, those exceptions being games that, like, I haven't exactly beaten, like Dead Space, for example, or, like, games that have a lot of history with, like, or a lot of, like, memories with, I suppose, like, Sonic Adventure DX. Let's check the Audacity thing. Still going good. So, when I started college, I took a course on on systems and security, I felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from the different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. I don't think I'd really like something like that, actually. A puzzle helped make harder at that. Although... Anyway. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. It is less actiony than what movies make it up to be, though. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Will we have anything else? I'll have a classy drink, any classy drink. Okay, so she wants a classy drink. Alright, so Alma wants a classy drink. So she wants a classy drink to reflect her programming security class. Here goes nothing. Okay, so she wants a classy drink. I almost forgot, like legitimately. See, classy drink, she said any classy drink. Brandtine is our usual though, right? So let's try to mix things up a bit. Fringe Weaver is classy? This thing? It's bubbly too. Okay. Classy, not classic. Oh, that's not a good mnemonic. Classy, classic, because there's two. Like, oh, you want a class? Well, that could be either classy or classic. I think the very first thing that we served was actually a bad touch. Let's go the Mercury Blast. No, we already served Jamie a Mercury Blast in this recording session, right? So, let's see. What have we not served today? We have served a Cobalt Velvet. We gave that to, so it seems like everything that, that was the very first thing. We also gave her a Brandtini. We gave those two last time that we saw her. We gave her a Fringe Weaver, so it seems like she likes classy drinks. That's what it seems like Alma seems to prefer. Let's give her a Mercury Blast. Let's give her 1A. Because everything that she's had that we served her is classy drink. 1, 3P. I know that I said that I didn't want to do this since I already gave Jamie it, but I don't think we've actually given her, Alma specifically, a... Oh, I forgot Alma, didn't I? Okay, so that's 16. 3 Flanner Guide, whatever. 2 Karmatrine, all in the Ruxin blended. No thermometer was harmed in the creation of this drink. No, we did not give whatchamacallit. We did not give Jamie the Mercury Blast. We gave him the Mars Blast, right? Yeah, we gave him the Mars Blast. Okay. Classy drink, Mercury Blast. Cause I was like, I don't remember reading this description. Or at least, like, in depth, like, or at least, like, well, actually paying attention to it properly. Like, there was that one time where I was, like, looking for, like, a bunch of different, like, drinks. Like, I think last recording session. And I sort of, like, skimmed through all the different whatchamacallits. Anyway, all in the Ruxin blended. No, stop. Mercury Blast. Let's serve. Here you are. Yep, just what I needed, thanks. Say, Jill, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get your drinks right? Well, people have the right to not give me money. Yeah, I can see that. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. Although, I think in this situation, like, legitimately, like, you don't have to pay for that, but, like, I think in real life, like, let's say that somebody messes up your order, you could always just ask for another one. By the way, fun fact, why am I talking about this? Oh, it's because I saw a video of this by community channel Natalie. She has a very good channel. I think she has like a lot of like skits. I think a lot of her videos are very like relatable. I think one time she was talking about like, you know, don't complain about your food because the waiter will spit in your food. I was actually checking the comment section of that video and like saw like some comments by like some of the waiters and waitresses. And they said that the general consensus, one comment said specifically, no, I don't mind people asking for, like, me to replace, no, I don't mind people asking, for me to redo their order. What I do mind is having to deal with the cook behind the thing who gets really mad at you. Actually, in one of my literature classes, or actually a literature class I'm taking specifically now, this semester of university, I don't know if any of all of you know this or not, but I'm in college/university. But this one specifically, we were talking about like I was reading an article about like it was actually it was an excerpt from a book. I believe the author is Barbara Ehrenreich. And she was talking about like how like she went undercover and she decided to live in, I guess, poverty, and one of the things that she was doing was working as a waitress, and she was talking about how like the waiter or the cooks, whenever they had a meal request, whenever they had to change their request, like the cooks would just get super mad at them, and they'd talk at, it'd feel like they were talking as if they were speaking the cooks would look at them as if they were speaking a separate language. There we go, that's how you explain things. I don't know. I just can't speak English. It's just one of those things. Anyway, let's go ahead and awkward pause so you guys are next to now. That's not supposed to be a running gag. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help because I have to pay bills. Oh, so if we mess up once, that means that we don't get the tip, we don't get the bonus, and we get less money from that. We don't get any money from the whatchamacall, which means that if we mess up a single time, we could end up realistically only walking out of here with about $80, which in 2070X, that's ridiculous. Wait a minute. Hold on. If the average drink here is about like, let's say $800, I don't know, and we come out here with like, because I keep forgetting to adjust for inflation, we left with like, I think we got $1,000. Dude, how do you pay rent? Like, legitimately. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help because I have to pay bills. Oh, I see. Do you have to make an effort to pay your bills? Nope. You have no idea how much I hate you right now. Well, my job pays pretty well, and I'm not the kind to spend too much on things other than food and bills. I wish Jill was that way after her frickin' fan in December. Get out of here. Maybe maintenance on my hands and new equipment, but aside from that... Oh, I know. If you have trouble with your bills, why not live with me? I'd actually like to see that. I think that would be interesting. We could be roommates! Dunno. Although at 27, I feel like 27 isn't a time to be having roommates if you can afford to not have roommates. Oh, then wait, why am I saying that? Jill's kind of, you know, moving my stuff through the stairs because the elevator's broken. Having to move my liquor collection. Oh no, you know, she's probably gonna end up living in that apartment for the rest of her life, isn't she? Never mind the fact that my cat's a shut-in that got very upset the one time I moved some furniture around. The idea of moving just gives me a headache. You shouldn't take things so seriously when I say them, you know. Oh, I thought she was... Okay. I don't, but I thought about it before. Like, I don't know Alma enough to know when she's being sarcastic, when she's not. I actually thought that she was actually being kind of serious there for a second. Now I need some air. I'm gonna take my break. You wanna come? When she says you don't need to take my thing so seriously, I don't know, anyway. Are you inviting me to the back of the bar? You should invite me to dinner first. Shut up. Every minute you waste making jokes is time taken for my break. Fine, let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure. Wait, is it just me? Or did Jill's picture look different? Was Jill's facial expression? It looked different, didn't it? I have to be making stuff up. I don't know. Let's go ahead and save. We're on slot 2. There we go. We're halfway through this episode, or halfway through. We're only on day 5. Dude, we still have 13 more days. I checked just before I started this. According to, I was about to say how long to beat. According to Steam, before I started this, I've been playing this game for about 7 hours. How the heck does my commentary really add that much time? I don't understand. Like, sure, I do these, but like, how do people do it in 8 to 12 hours? Nobi was on, like I said earlier, Nobi was on his second playthrough because he wanted to get the good ending, and I don't even know, man. Alright, let's go ahead and go home. Well, Dorothy, Stella, and Say look the same, but I feel like Jill looked different to me. Maybe I just never really paid attention to her facial expression. Code. Okay, so I want to change out a song. There was one that I wasn't exactly, that I think I'm kind of getting kind of, was it Games That Invited? No, it's not that one, I don't think. Yeah, cause like, I think this was it, but the thing is, like, I've gotten so attached to the songs that it's kind of like, I don't know. What does Commencing Simulation sound like? No, actually, I put that one in because it sounded good, I believe. Oh, this one. Yeah, we can't change this one. Dude, this is a Vallhalla staple. Nighttime Maneuvers, I believe, added intentionally. Drive Me Wild. Who was I? Who was I like? We're definitely not changing that Drive Me Wild. Oh, we can't do this one either! Good for health, bad for... Yeah, I think... but then again... It's like... Troubling news. Oh, this one. What does it remind me of? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, there's a video game series that I've played, there's 2 games that I played. I talked about this before in, not Ace Attorney, in, Child of Light. Why am I just randomly forgetting things? Oh, man. Like, if I'm like this now... The thing is, ironically enough, I only have this problem with English. I don't have this with Japanese. I only have this with English. I don't know why. I just do. I don't get it. Why can't I be like... I talked about this before, actually. I wish I was, like, articulate. Like, I wish I was, like, one of those, like, you know, like Northern Lion, for example, right? Like, sure, he says, like, and whatnot when he commentates, right? But, like... He never really runs out of things to say. Like, he's never hard to understand. Me, on the other hand, I'm like... What was I talking about again? Oh, yeah, but, Last Window, Mayunoku no Yakusoku. And, that was the second game. The first one, Oh, I forgot, yeah, but it's called, Last Window, The Trouble of Cape West, I believe, is the Mystery of Cape West, I believe, is the English title, which is not a direct translation of the Japanese title. And then the first one, I believe it's the first one... The English title is Hotel Dust Room 215, but the Japanese title is Wishurume, Tenshi no Kyoku? Tenshi no Kyoku じゃなくて、Tenshi no Yakusoku じゃなくて. Yeah, I can't remember. It's like Tenshi no Kyoku. But like Kyoku is just like, no, that's not right. Let me look this up. I've been playing them in Japanese. But you can get them on the DS. I play the Japanese versions on the DS, which changes certain things. Like they change like a few names. Hotel Dusk Room 215. I beat Last Window. I'm on the very last chapter of Hotel Dusk. Like I haven't touched it in like a month actually, because like once I started the new semester, I got kind of busy. But I do want to finish that. What is the Japanese title? Let me just go to the Japanese Wikipedia page. No, it is Tenshi no Kyoku. Wishurume Tenshi no Kyoku. So the memory of the angel, if you will. Anyway, enough wasting time. I probably legitimately spent like 5 minutes on that, didn't I? All right, let's go. But yeah, Troubling News reminds me of that. It reminds me of the OST from those games. Ready? It sure is chilly out there. You know what else is chilly? Chili dogs, like what Sonic the Hedgehog is his favorite food. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy, very respectful. Apparently he got into some legal trouble and that's why he's like that. I get ya. Really? He could also just be a very nice crackhead, though. I have a cousin that lives like a hobo, actually. Really? It's a bit complicated, though. Problem is, his family has tried to get him to live with them, but his pride won't let him accept the help. Yeah, I get you. I understand. Jukebox, by the way. He'd rather live on the streets for some reason. You can't tell with some people, sadly. Why did he become a hobo in the first place? Bad investments and debts. Bank evicted him from his house. Oh. It's a serious problem because he has epileptic attacks but refuses to take his medication. Okay, this is starting to sound more like I can understand certain things, but this is starting to sound. What do you mean by refuse to take his medication? By refuse to take his medication? Well, he said he lives like a hobo, so what that means is that he's not technically a hobo, he just lives in a very... I don't know. But, like, he refuses to take his medication, that means that he has access to his medication, he just doesn't take it. Right? There's a difference, I think. I just don't get what's up with him. Oh, no. Dorothy. I love Dorothy, actually. I just did that because I forgot how to do the Athena voice. Honey! Some service here! I'm here, don't scream. I'm here, don't scream. Oh-ho! Were you two hanging at the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? What do you want? Something soft, something sweet. No alcohol, please. So soft, sweet alcohol. So it's I can think of an acronym for that. Anyway, soft, sweet, no alcohol. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from a vending machine? We don't have alcohol-free drinks, actually. I'm at a bar. We're at a bar. What? You want tomato juice? Just get some tomato juice. That seems to be like what everyone gets at a bar when they don't want to drink alcohol. Just tomato juice, I guess. But I like you. Do you just like my presence so much? Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say? All right. The lead actor of Night of the ID Snatchers' name was... I can almost remember it. Sweet non-alcoholic. We don't have any non-alcoholic drinks. I don't think we were at this before. Wait, we had this before, right? Like we were talking to somebody wanted alcohol-free. Oh crap! But Jill said alcohol-free. I guess she means. Okay, so let's limit things here. So it's sweet. Right? So it has to be one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, I think sweet is actually the largest category. Spicy. But no, bubbly should be just as... Nope, sweet is the largest category. Okay, so like Sugar Rush. Sweet, girly, happy. All mixed sweet, light, and fruity, as girly as it gets. I might do that. I don't know. If I can make a mistake, I make a mistake. That's all there is to it. By flavor. Of course! Oh, should I do that? I don't know. Because I'm gonna have to repeat all this, like, once the episode ends, I might actually just fix it. Because, I don't know. Sparkle Star. Sweet Girly Happy. Arsenal Carmetrine. They use the actual sparkle, but too many complaints. By flavor. No, by flavor, we want sweet. Blue Fairy. Sweet Girly, soft. It's a soft drink, right? Soft drinks are alcohol free, essentially. I believe, right? Moonblast. Sweet Girly Happy. I believe soft. I believe that's what it is. Right? Right? Brandtini. We're gonna try it, ladies and gentlemen. If we get it wrong, we get it wrong. That's all there is to it. Blue Fairy. It's Sweet Girly, it's soft. Like, that's all that I can think of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1F, optional carbonated, all Asian mixed. One of these will make all your teeth turn blue. Have you brushed? Hope you brushed them well. Mix. Stop. This might be our first mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Here, like you asked. See, you don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines. Yes, we did it. Yeah. What was that reaction, you might ask? Ladies and gentlemen, I know. Some of you guys have been watching me for like 2 years now. You should be used to this, right? Like, come on. I can understand if you're new to the channel. For those of you new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Welcome to my crazy, stupid tell. By the way, let me check, still going good. I have to keep checking. I'm paranoid about that. I'm sorry. Anyway, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. So, it is what it is. Let's just go ahead and continue. Of course, I'll talk about that later. I'm not going to talk about that at all. I'm just going back to an old topic that I brought up like a few minutes ago. Anyway, see? You don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines! Unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola. Lawrence? That's the name of the vending machine, of course. A friend of mine, he's a vending machine. Oh. Oh, but how impolite of me. I'm lovely, my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Okay. Dorothy Hayes, nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Alma, the pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yep, why? No, I feel like I'm not doing the Athena voice properly. Nothing, I guess I've heard about you before. Oh, I guess she has that type of presence being a woman of the night. Is that... I don't know, I have to be careful. I have to be careful with these jokes. I don't know, like, the jokes that I make about, like, these characters, like, push slowly into the someone's gonna get pissed off at me and then, like, dislike every single one of my videos and then flag for spam. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me, please! Tell me! Mostly about your, plucking. Yeah, pretty much. And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker! So much for trying to be subtle. I was like, I knew that's what she was hinting at, but I was like, wait, am I stupid? Because I thought that that's what she was hinting at. No, yeah, that's what she was hinting at. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself, thank you. I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says that's hacking. Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says that's hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. What are you trying to say, Alma? We won't know until we try, right? Last time I said that I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's... What? Oh no. Dorothy, you can't say these things! Last time I said that I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass! It was a success! Okay then, let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright! First I do some... Why would... Okay, like I was... Why a halogen light bulb? Why? I don't get that! Like, don't you know how... Whatever, different stroke for different folks, I guess. First I do some research on the target. OS, service, how the information is stored and all that. OS is operating system in case you're tech illiterate. There have been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First, I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. Uh-huh! After that, I start testing the networks. I get through the basic protocols, trying to exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I test the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see! That was a whole lot of information. Hold on, let me see that again. I was only half paying attention because I'm doing verses. Okay. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. After that, I start testing the networks. Okay, so she's starting I start testing the networks. Okay, down. I go through the basic protocols, trying to try the known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarms. Once I test the ground, the fun starts. Oh, hold on. The fun starts. Hold on. The fun starts. Down. We can do this. We can do. Ah! I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. Okay, I get you. I see! Then, when I'm finally in, I go and retrieve user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need. I see. How do you do that? So, like, I guess, like, what you need to do is, like, retrieve it from, like, an admin, right? Like, an admin account? Well, there are a couple ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already... Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, never mind. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me. But the usual way is using a buffer overflow. What happens next? What happens next? I create a backdoor in the system before leaving, covering my tracks. I can't handle it anymore! Oh, hack me like you've never hacked anything before! Make my buffer overflow! Create a backdoor me! Escalate your user privileges! Find flaws in my security! Sorry, I got carried away. No shit, what happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook? But they make it sound like they're having sex instead? Suggestive scenes, yeah. Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you recorded yourself giving me a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you make millions. Horny Lulum are an unexploited market. I see. Oh, looks like my ride is here. Convenient. Your ride? Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me. Brother-in-law? Wait, was she married? No, she's not married. Wait, so actually, I've never really understood how that works. So let's say that your sister gets married, right? Would her husband's brother? Her husband's brother would be her brother-in-law, but would that also be your brother-in-law? I don't think it works like that. I don't know. Is it right to ask that from him? It's okay, I've known him since preschool. It just so happened that he got married to my sister. Okay, that answers that question then. Hey Dorothy, you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yay! I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey. Later, Jill. Take care. The streets seem noisy. I think. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so this is Athena. This is Judith, or this is Judith actually. This is Judith. This is Athena. And this is what is it? This is Trucy. I feel like I was drifting more into Trucy territory than Athena with that one. The streets seem noisy. Oh, a client. Hello, welcome to Vallhalla. What can I get? Mr. Donovan? Oh no, he's like the Riddler, Edward Nygma. You've read my file. Okay, well, I guess we'll get to know Mr. Question Mark Riddle Me This Batman next episode, I suppose. What we're going to do is we're going to exit. Go back to the title screen? Yes, please. Now, I'm also going to need to figure out a voice for this guy, too. Normally, I like to figure out voices in episode, but, like, I'm paranoid right now, but, like, about, like, you know, like, my Audacity having, like, random... Like, I'm checking right now! Okay, still fine, still fine. Anyway, without further ado, I feel like my commentary is a lot more... it was a lot more, like, scatterbrained this episode than normal. Because, like, normally I'm pretty relaxed when I do this series, but I guess I came in with too much energy, and then that just... No, I think it's partially because I had too much energy, and partially because, like, you know, having to constantly check the Audacity thing to make sure that it's not, like, messing up is messing with my mojo, man, you know? I don't know, mojo jojo. Hey, mojo jojo! Anyway, without further ado, I think that's pretty much it for this recording session anyway. Why am I saying that like it's, like, the end of, like, all of eternity? Not to be confused with the end of eternity, aka, Resonance of Fate. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm wasting time at this point. Let's just go and end things off here. So, if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like if that was cool. Please feel free to subscribe and join Team Starbreak today. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and this is MegaShadowFist signing out. Bye!